Good morning. Well, it's Saturday morning. I think it's the 1st. Let's see what my phone says. Yeah, February 1. And the big event is on the Monterey Peninsula, that is the Pebble Beach ATT Pro-Am, which first started out in the 50s as the Bing Crosby Pro-Am. Back then it was played on 3 courses, and then the cut was on Saturday after the 3rd round, and the final round was on Sunday with I think about 10 of the Pro-Am teams, and the rest were the pros that made the cut on Saturday. Now, this looks like the first time. They're just played 2 courses. They didn't play 3 courses. And the courses, they always use the Pebble Beach course and Spyglass. And then the 3rd course started out, well, before Spyglass, they used Cypress Point. And then when Spyglass came online, Cypress Point didn't like everybody trampling all over their beautiful course, and so they used Spyglass. It's a difficult course. It's very long, narrow, lots of trees. Anyway, so they haven't played Cypress probably in 35 years, 30 years. So the 3rd course was Monterey Peninsula Country Club, which opened up back in the 20s, I believe. And they had their Dunes course, and then later on they had the Shore course, which was built in the 50s. And that was the easiest course. So the toughest course was Spyglass. The easiest was Monterey Peninsula. And on Sunday, they had the cut Saturday, and on Sunday they all played on Pebble Beach. So the first 3 days they rotated between those 3 courses, and the final day they just played on, and with a small field of the Pro-Am teams to figure out who win the Pro-Am. So this year it's a little different, and I'm just looking for a reason to fly somewhere and a little bit of weather, and we're going to take off from San Jose and fly to Monterey, and we are going to get this out of the way. Sorry about that. I could have done that sooner, but I was thinking about the tournaments and the history out there at Pebble Beach. And you can see we need to get my TBM is my machine for this, which will fly instruments for me, so I can relax and let the airplane do the work. So here we go, and we can close that, and we can go ahead and fly. Let's see how this goes. If it doesn't work, so my idea is we'll shoot an approach into Monterey if it goes along with my plan, and if not, I don't care. We can talk about what an approach would look like. So we're booting up. I don't know where this is. A pretty scene.
San Jose Tower Daughter Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha ready for IFR departure runway 30 left.
That's good.
Tower Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha altimeter 29.9 wind.
Here we go, 30 left. We have to do a little housework here, homework, and we'll go over here. Let's see here. So we want to put it in here. First of all, we look and see what altitude they gave us. Probably 6,000 feet. Okay. Everything else automatically goes in. 2, 4, 6, and we'll climb at 2,000 feet a minute. Gotta click the little button here. 2,000 feet a minute. That's a little more than we need. About 2,000 feet a minute. So that'll do that. Put it on nav to navigate, and we head west. I think that's about it there. And we'll go back out. Click one over. Wrong way. There we go. Yeah, that should do it. So let's go outside. Full power, take the brakes off. So far so good. We're racing the bus over on the left. I always pull the gear up sooner than you do it in the real airplane. Just because it's fun. Get it out of the way. And we'll turn on the autopilot and see if it makes a left turn. Yep, so the autopilot, so far it's working. Say goodbye to San Jose. Used to work at San Jose Piper, which was down in there. And they keep extending.
Tower Golf Sierra Alpha, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Good day.
Got the flaps up. Bring the power back just slightly. Go ahead and say goodbye to him.
127.45 Docker Golf Sierra Alpha. Goodbye.
So we're headed Monterey's down that way. Let's pull in a little weather. Yeah, we'll look at Monterey. We'll look around here a little bit. Look up toward the bottom of the bay, San Francisco Bay, Santa Clara. And if we flew along in here, we'd see the new San Francisco 49er Stadium, which would be along here in Santa Clara. So we could pick that out. Over this way, Milpitas. Going on out that way is Livermore, and there's the top of Mount Diablo. And just if you fly up right over that, you go right to the Delta. And of course, up the bay, there's Moffett Field, the Naval Air Station. Go up the bay and eventually run into San Francisco. Here's Highway 280 coming down. I gotta clear my throat. Sorry. Cupertino, don't talk about that very much. I got the little telltale T's or pegs, which you get close to them. That might be Los Gatos right there. Just when I wanted to say Saratoga, and Los Gatos is right next to it. And we have enough of that. And then Highway 17 goes right through here over to Santa Cruz. We'll start seeing Santa Cruz shortly. And let's look inside, see what our everything looks good in there. We could go ahead and turn off our bird diverter. The birds don't like to fly this high, and anyway, they're few and far between. That'll give us a little more boost, a little more power in our turbine. And we're right on track, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and move up here and move in a little bit. There we go. Go back outside. Look down toward Monterey, look up toward Half Moon Bay. I can't quite see that, but Half Moon Bay is probably right about there. And we're at 6,000 feet. And we're kicking a little weather here. And that's the one when we're kicking the weather. Here's the weather. clouds down there. That's good enough. So we should be flying in our clouds before long. And let's see, we truing out at 257 knots. Speed limit's 250, but we're going to run into my house here and arrest me. And we'll go back this way. That's not as much fun. There we go. So all is well. And it is supposed to be a rainy day. Yesterday was a little overcast, a little cooler. Today with the rain and overcast, it's warmed it up a little bit. And I've been out for my walk, so it's pleasant. It's pleasant out there. No wind. I think they were supposed to get be a little bit wetter and a little bit windier, but with it just in these conditions, they should shoot some really low scores out there. So tune in. I believe it's on CBS. On my walk, I looked up and I saw the Goodyear blimp. It was heading back to Salinas, so apparently it got all the pictures it wanted to get before the rain comes in. We'll look around the other way, see what it looks like that way. Don't see much of anything. We'll go inside. Yeah, here we go. We come over to the coast, right here at Santa Cruz, and start heading down the bay toward Monterey. Yep, I got some rain. You can see the rain along here. You can hear it. So we'll deal with that a minute and see if we can see down through the clouds down to Santa Cruz. I don't see anything. Yeah, we'll sit in here just like it would be when we're flying. And normally I'd be flying you'd use an airplane. You wouldn't fly from San Jose to Monterey. Frankly, finding a parking space for your aircraft, I don't know that there's any parking spaces left. I could go out there and look. They have an old runway that they put the jet center on there, so the big jets, they have service and so forth. Nice lounge. Where that second runway, which they rarely used. I got here in the 60s, early 60s, and I rented a tri-pacer, and they weren't using that cross runway then. So they decided to turn it into parking and the jet center. They got a couple of big hangars out there, and it is on the southwest end of the field. Oh, here we go. This is looking kind of interesting. So let's go back and show you what it would look like if it was a nice day. And we'll go here, and clear skies. We'll put the sun into the afternoon. There we go. And we're just about to start across the bay. Santa Cruz is right down there. We'll look back up, probably see Pebble Bay is back up there, and San Francisco is probably that little mark right there. But always the coast is always fun to look at. So we'll be there in another 10 minutes. Let's see how our gauges are looking. They're all looking okay. So we can drop down to 4,000 feet. Let's go down to 3. 3,000. They'd give us probably different altitudes, but we'll go down at probably about 1,500 feet a minute. There we go. And I usually don't worry about the bird diverter because I do occasionally a bird will fly in my house. I leave the front door open, but the birds aren't going to get us. But we'll put the bird diverter on anyway. So we're dropping down. The airplane is doing a beautiful job. We'll go back outside, look across the bay to Monterey. 269. And we'll pump it up a little bit more. Let's see here. We'll get a little more push out of it. Of course, getting into thicker air, it's going to slow us down. Look out for Santa Cruz. Drop it down. Monterey Bay area. Giant canyon. They say it's as deep out here as the Grand Canyon. There's might be Fort Ord right there. Let's see if we spot the little rotating beacon for Monterey Peninsula. So when we get a little closer, we'll bring back in the range so you can see that the airplane can find its way around. And, IFR conditions. And our altitude is actually 1,800 when we intercept the localizer, so we'll go ahead and drop down to 1,800. If it was bumpy down there, we probably wouldn't do it. So I'll get it 1,800 vertical speed, around 1,200 feet a minute. Getting a little course correction here. So right here on this tip is Pacific Grove. My sister lived out there for years. She still owns a home there. She's back in Missouri with her daughter. I drove by her house yesterday just to see. I think the gardener turned. Well, we haven't had rain for a while. I think we turned up the water somewhere. Niece called. Wanted to know why it was using more water. She got the water bill. Everything was ship-shape, and the gardens were definitely getting some water. So that's probably what the use was. Just reset the water. So let's see what we look like here. It has us doing a little racetrack here. Teardrop, I guess they call that. I haven't flown real instruments in ages. So we'll just keep it going fast here while it makes that turn. Then when we're inbound, we'll slow down. We'll go ahead and give you one last look at the peninsula. Out here is Pebble Beach. The Monterey Peninsula Country Club would have been right in here, and a little bit along there. They used that course way back, and then out on the tip is Cypress Point, and then in on the Carmel Bay is Pebble Beach. Also, you'd see a little bit of Spyglass Hill on this side, out next to Cypress Point. See how we're doing on the line? Yeah, we're tracking okay. So we'll go ahead and kick in the weather again, and bring in some rain. Okay, there we go. And as we complete the turn and head back inbound, the heading of the localizer is 096. I got my instrument rating at Monterey, so I remember flying or trying to hold 096, practicing ILS. Back then we used ILS. We didn't have RNAV. We didn't have GPS. So we're coming around, we're heading west. See how it looks here. That's a little bit of, not exactly a teardrop, a little bit of an outbound and a racetrack. We'll come on, head back inbound. See the sun. I put the sun in the west so it wouldn't be in our eyes for the approach. And now we want to see if the approach comes on, and it did. So that sometimes doesn't work for me because I don't click on the right approach button. So what will happen there is, as we come in and intercept the glide slope at Pacific Grove, right at the shoreline, then you'll see on here when we come back inbound. And right now you can see down here that everything is green. When we intercept the glide slope, this will also turn green, and we'll see a little magenta, this pink color. We'll see a little magenta diamond come down as we approach the shoreline of Pacific Grove, and then when it hits here, it'll intercept and it will start flying the glide slope and track that down to the runway at Monterey. Okay, let's go back outside. A little weather we're going to go back into. And we're now inbound. We would switch to the tower. ATC would hook us up with a tower frequency that'd say contact tower inbound. So we would be in contact. If there's no other traffic, they might clear us to land. That's all it takes these days. So we can start slowing down. Need to get down to about 100 for coming down. Here's the shoreline of Pacific Grove. So we'll get that slowed. As we get slowed down, we'll bring the flaps and the gear down. Get under 150. And here comes a notch of flap. Now we can ride this out a little bit. We'll keep it about there. And you should see, here comes the diamond down. It's not magenta, it's just it'll maybe turn magenta when it gets down. But the glide slope would be above us because it intersects the shoreline right at 1,800 feet. Used to be the outer marker out there. And we're going to slow this down. We'll drop the flaps a notch, drop the gear. There, we just hit it. So we just hit hit that. We'll slow it down to 100 now. And we got the flaps down full. And go back outside. We'll stay inside. Yeah, that's why I don't like these, because you wouldn't have that. It does help spot different things. That might be the aquarium, stuff like that, like the Cannery Row. There's Monterey 2.66. That's alright. And let's see, we get it down to about 90. And we should see, we're starting to see out of the left window over at the left side of the screen, we're seeing along the Cannery Row right there. So get some U-tubes. Here we go. Starting to see outside. We'll be lined up with the runway. Oh, I wanted to show you that everything's green up here. That means we're all locked on to everything. And I haven't touched the controls other than pushing a few buttons. The gear's down. We'll do it now. We've got the sun there, so we'll do it this way. And we'll just go ahead and flare out. And the 105 is a little fast, so we'll bring the power back, get it down to about 90. We'll fly right by my house. I think we already did. So this should take us right to the end of the runway, which is at 250 feet. There's the south side of the field. There we go. Get out in the middle. Okay. Put the brakes on. So I was trying to do a little something different there. It didn't work out well. But we're right here where they're going to pick us up parking. This is another area where they'd have parking today, if there is any parking. There we go. That's good enough. And we'll look over toward the airport. Okay, thanks for riding along. We'll head for the course. Our little bus left us, but we'll figure it out. There goes our little ride. take us over to get us into an Uber. So we get out and watch, and I'm looking outside. There's no rain. It's just overcast. No wind. So turn on CBS and enjoy the golf. Okay, thanks for riding along. Bye-bye from Monterey.